Hey guys, hope you guys are doing good. It's been a while since I posted my last video here, but I really wanted to touch on this because I mentioned that I would in the on my Instagram. I'm actually going to touch on two trades. I am going to touch on my New York trade from yesterday, the 18th. Sorry, I'm getting my days mixed up because I'm actually in Taiwan right now and we're a day ahead. Yeah, the 18th. The New York session opened on the 18th, but I'm also going to talk about the London session that literally just took place like 19 minutes ago. I guess almost half an hour ago. So I want to go over both those trades today, right? So during the New York session on the 18th, I actually had a banger of a trade. I think I would say that by dollar amount, it is equivalent to my one of my biggest trade that I had on Topstep before, and I did again with Topstep this time. But as far as points goes, this was my largest trade by points. Um, so overall, I just want to go over kind of what I was looking at here. I'm going to move the screen here a little bit here. Perfect. So I marked the trade here. The New York opening print was right here. Now, overall in the day, I have been looking at it from a bearish sentiment. I've mentioned that many times throughout the past couple weeks. Now, it doesn't mean that there are no opportunities for longs. It just simply means that when the bearish patterns do set up, I'm a little bit more inclined to take those trades because of the bear sentiment overall. So one of the things I'll highlight here, I just screenshotted some things from Discord just to kind of provide some relativity here. Hopefully this shows well on your guys' end there. So this image right here, I made a comment in the morning. We are not here to predict nor anticipate the market moves. We are here to execute upon a plan based on what the market represents or presents, sorry. Respect your plan, respect your profit target, stay disciplined, stay focused. If nothing looks good, it's okay to walk away. I put that note out there because I think it's important for us to always reflect on that because I think that depending on what could be happening in our day-to-day lives, we may be enticed to force trades, right? And so that I kicked off the market with that right out of the gates. That was at 627, by the way. The moment the market opened, I did make a comment. I'm looking to short the market. If it presents the right setup for me, I'm watching how we react to triggers, the fibs, and the levels. So current structure presents opportunity to short. The momentum push below 19,884 was nice. Now let's hold below because I had a small size entry now at 19,872, a short entry on the NQ. Now I made a comment here. Nice little 3-bar play. Let's continuation down. Now I did highlight. So now that you had that, and that's by the way, that's the 1, 2, 3 bar here. I'm gonna delete the screenshot. So basically, what I was looking for was actually fairly clean, and the risk was 30 points on this trade, actually. Um, I was looking for a break of this channel line here that I drew here. And basically, this was just kind of overnight support. The moment that we broke that, I took my entry. And you can see that even this bar here, even though it retraced back up, it never actually broke above my entry area. So it was clean. This is the 1, 2, 3 bar that I was referring to. So that was pretty solid overall. It made its way down. And so just to enlarge this a little bit, this is another Discord comment. I said, as I was managing the trade, I was moving it down further. As you can see, this was done with one contract. We held below, so I'm moving the stop loss down. And then I also made the comment just to talk about like my census on the trade. Overall, the past couple of weeks, it's been kind of forming a bear flag. And now the bear flag was broken based on how we were pulling upwards. But the thing I was watching for was a rising wedge pattern. And so with the moment we broke out of the rising wedge pattern, I was interested. And that was actually, by the way, over the night session. That was before the New York even opened that had my interest already. So that was kind of like some of the bear sentiments in terms of chart patterns for those who trade patterns. For those who trade the EMAs, I mean, you can see already that we rode the 9 EMA all the way down to the bottom here, and then kind of held the 9 and 20 EMA all the way down as well. And so over the course of that trade, I was looking for 300 points, which is essentially what I got by the end of the day here, right? Which is what gave me the, I think, $5,700 profit, which, not including the trades I took over London and Asia on the same day prior, that equated to a 10K day, which I already posted on Instagram. Again, this is the second time that I've done that with a Topstep account now. So super awesome. That was done on my freshly minted 150K Topstep account. So I still have about 4 days left of trading to make sure that I hit my minimums before I can request for a payout, which is exciting. The other trade that I actually want to talk about was actually the trade that took place just about a half an hour ago, I guess maybe an hour ago now, which is right here. So before I go through the trade breakdown, I made the comments here. And by the way, I am in Taiwan's time zone, so I don't know if it's reflecting. Oh, no, it's reflecting properly. This is still the current time zone in North America. So I'm going to take a stab longs here, NQ long entry at 1969.25, 12-point stop loss, 24-point target. I trimmed one for 24 points at 19,693. Showed the screenshot of exactly where I trimmed and what was remaining still. As comment before, I moved my last contract to break even. And then about within, what is that, half an hour? No, 9 minutes? About 20 minutes. Last target hit for 19,714, which makes this a 45-point trade on the last con. And I will also post that as well. So that's about $1,500 trade on two contracts here off the London Open. So that was a pretty solid trade as well. So just kind of break that down quickly again. Basically, we opened, what was our opening London candle? It was over here. Yeah, it was that one over there. So that was the London open candle. So we were open fairly bearish. And as we kind of pushed through here, we tested some levels, potential lower highs. We moved our way down. And what I was really looking for as move down is I know usually London trends, and it's still possible that it could trend, of course, right? But we were coming down and we were testing a very key area. Not only were we looking at the 19671 mastermind level, but if you actually take a look, and I'm just going to zoom out just for reference point here, we have respected this area multiple times. You can see that already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had respected this 9 times. And these are hourly candles, right? And so there's clearly a strong line of support there. Now, when I was looking at this from a bear flag setup, I was looking for that level to break. So that we can get really strong continuation to the downside. But that's okay. Again, we're here not to anticipate, but we're here to react to what the market presents. Sorry, I just keep saying that. So as you can kind of see here, we came down, we tested, we held in this area. This failure to go lower was a key spot. So I took my entry at 1969.25. Was this potentially a little bit of aggressive to take it right off the gate? It was a little bit. I was okay with the risk. Honestly, I had a 30 point, no, was it? No, I had a 20-point stop loss on this trade actually. 12 point, sorry, 12-point trade stop loss on this trade. And so based on our setup right here, you see that we have strong reaction up to the upside. This 2-minute failure to go higher, though, got me a little nervous, to be honest, because this could have been setting in another lower high that could have sent us right down. So I was getting a little uneasy. The cleaner entry probably would have been this candle right here, would have represented a double bottom at an area and a mastermind level. And for those who have been following me know that for me, that is an A+ spot for me to take a short or a long at. But nevertheless, we held there. And so I took my first trim, as I mentioned that I would, up here. And then I sold my last contract here for 45 points, which obviously was a great spot to sell at, because as you can see, we did have a rejection candle or a pullback candle right afterwards that pulled us back down, which honestly could have given us unease of whether or not we were going to get continuation. All those type of things as you're watching through a trade is going to be managing through emotions, because every single time a trade pulls back or goes against you, it's going to obviously emotionally impact how you look at your trade setups, right? And so overall, I'm very happy. I mentioned with the gang already that I'd done my trades over the Asia session and I was happy with that. And that this trade here was going to be my one and done over London. So I'm happy with that as well. So technically, I don't even need to trade New York anymore. Which probably isn't a bad thing, to be honest, considering what we're going into in terms of news and FOMC and all that stuff. But we'll see what the market represents. The New York session opening up for me here right now in Taiwan is going to be about like 10:30 p.m. So depending on how tired I am and all that, I might not trade, to be honest, because if I'm tired, opportunities look choppy and things are just tricky, I'm probably just going to sit out. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'll probably post more videos later on throughout the week as well, because I think that it's just been interesting as an experience throughout this week. It's been about 3 days since I've been in Taiwan, and trading while on vacation has been different this time around. And again, I'll share more about that next time. But hopefully this trade review kind of added some value. Again, as always, any questions, drop a comment below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And like anything that I present, if it adds value to yourself as well. And if you have any suggestions or any things that you want to see, feel free to let me know as well. I'm more than happy to add that to my list. Again, until next time, thanks for tuning in.